In Accra, Ghana Security Services announced strengthened surveillance and interfaith cooperation at its northern border with Burkina Faso, identified as a high-risk zone by the 2025 Global Terrorism Index. Officials said new monitoring posts will accelerate information sharing with religious leaders and community authorities to preempt the spread of violent extremist networks. Analysts say the move reflects Ghana's proactive stance in regional security and its recognition of the growing coastal spillover from Sahel-based jihadi activity. Burkina Faso has been selected to host the 2025 WAFU Zone B African Schools Football Championship, bringing top young players from across West Africa to compete in the country next month. Local organizers say the event will not only showcase talent but also spur infrastructure upgrades, generate tourism revenue and enhance Burkina's profile as a sports venue. The decision comes amid efforts to diversify youth engagement away from conflict and toward constructive competition and regional integration. In Ghana's northern regions, authorities have launched an interfaith cooperation initiative aimed at countering jihadist threats by improving dialogue between Christian and Muslim community leaders. The approach targets a key border zone with Burkina Faso identified by security analysts as vulnerable. Organizers say the program will include joint training, community awareness, and early warning systems to strengthen resilience and prevent radicalization in border communities. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources has commenced a national upgrade of public water infrastructure across 18 states. The project will repair pipelines, build new treatment plants, and extend access to underserved communities. Officials say the initiative aligns with the government's broader plan to ensure every Nigerian has access to safe and clean drinking water by 2030. Armed Islamist insurgents launched coordinated drone-supported attacks against 4 military positions in northeastern Nigeria, including locations in Mofa and Dikwa in Borno State, and one in neighboring Yobe State. Troops responded swiftly, backed by fighter jet support, killed approximately 50 attackers and recovered ammunition supplies, the military spokesperson disclosed. Although several vehicles and buildings were damaged and some soldiers wounded, the barracks breach was contained. The incident underlines the persistent insurgency threat even as national forces intensify counter-terror operations. Nigeria's Minister of State for Finance, Doris Uzoka-Anite, announced that the country's decade-long push for financial inclusion has now enabled some 64% of adults to hold formal bank or non-bank accounts, up from less than 25% in 2008. She said that the growth in digital banking and mobile finance platforms is boosting domestic savings and expanding Nigeria's capacity to mobilize capital for national development. The minister noted that improved data from transaction flows is helping policymakers forecast inflation and issue commercial bonds more accurately. In financial news, the Naira gained modest ground against the US dollar at the close of today's trading session. Market analysts attribute the improvement to an increase in oil exports and better liquidity conditions at the central bank's forex window. While the currency remains under pressure, experts say the recovery signals cautious optimism for Nigeria's economic outlook. From the Ghana International Conference Center in Accra, President John Dramani Mahama officially opened Africa Oil and Energy Week 2025. The event has drawn over 1,200 delegates, including ministers, investors, and global energy leaders. Discussions focus on Africa's growing role in the global energy transition, with Ghana positioning itself as a key player in sustainable energy development across the continent. The government of Burkina Faso has launched a major road construction project aimed at connecting rural communities in the eastern and central regions. Officials say the project will boost trade, improve access to education and healthcare, and enhance national integration. Local farmers have welcomed the move, saying better roads will help them reach markets faster and reduce transport costs. The Ghanaian Ministry of Health has unveiled an ambitious expansion of the National Health Insurance Scheme, aiming to include an additional 2 million citizens by the end of 2025. The new plan will cover more treatment and streamline digital claim processing to improve efficiency. Health experts describe this as a milestone in Ghana's pursuit of universal healthcare access. Despite rising costs and fluctuating markets, Nigeria's technology startups continue to show remarkable resilience. Lagos and Abuja are emerging as major innovation hubs, attracting both local and foreign investment. Experts credit this growth to strong youth talent, expanding internet access, and government-backed innovation grants that support digital entrepreneurship across the nation. In Burkina Faso, the Ministry of Agriculture has introduced new reforms aimed at boosting food production and strengthening food security. The program includes seed subsidies, irrigation expansion, and farmer training workshops. Experts say these efforts could increase national grain output by up to 20%, ensuring a more stable food supply for millions. Construction has begun on Ghana's multi-million-dollar coastal defense project, designed to protect vulnerable communities along the Gulf of Guinea. Engineers say the barrier system will prevent erosion and flooding that have displaced thousands in recent years. Environmental groups have praised the project, calling it a critical investment in climate resilience. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has unveiled a new digital portal to enhance transparency and streamline case reporting. The system allows citizens to anonymously submit corruption tips, track case progress, and access verified updates. Officials say the platform represents a new era in Nigeria's anti-corruption drive, leveraging technology to promote accountability and public trust. In education, Burkina Faso has announced a new initiative targeting school dropout rates in rural communities. The program includes mobile classrooms, teacher training, and scholarships for underprivileged students. Officials believe the policy will help bridge the urban-rural education gap and empower the next generation with better learning opportunities. The Ghana Tourism Authority has launched Discover Ghana 2025, a new campaign aimed at promoting cultural tourism and eco-travel. The initiative will highlight traditional festivals, historic landmarks, and local artisans. Tourism experts say the campaign could attract thousands of international visitors and generate significant revenue for local economies. In Accra, Ghana's parliament has passed the long-awaited Air Quality Management Regulation, a landmark decision that strengthens the country's commitment to environmental protection. The new law gives the Environmental Protection Agency greater powers to monitor and enforce air standards across all regions. Officials say this regulation will help tackle pollution from industries and vehicles, protecting public health and the environment for generations to come. Breaking news from Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's armed forces have successfully reclaimed key territories in the north after weeks of intense operations against militant groups. The Defense Ministry reports that several extremist camps were dismantled and civilians safely evacuated. Residents say they are beginning to see a return to normal life, with local markets reopening and schools expected to resume next week. From Abuja, this is your national news update. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has announced a new $2 billion investment initiative aimed at expanding Nigeria's renewable energy sector. The government says the plan will create thousands of jobs, improve access to stable electricity, and reduce dependence on fossil fuels by the year 2030. Industry analysts are calling it a major step toward energy independence. Stay tuned for more updates as Nigeria moves toward a greener, more sustainable future. The National Bureau of Statistics reports that Nigeria's inflation rate climbed slightly this month, but food prices appear to be stabilizing after months of volatility. Analysts attribute this to improved harvest yield and better transportation routes across several states. Economic experts say that while inflation remains a challenge, the recent stability in food costs could ease pressure on households and boost consumer confidence.